I'm making this video because, like the title says, my soul is seeking to be the example. And when I first wrote that, I was like, what do I mean by that? Because inside of me, I obviously want to create, I obviously want to experience life and uncertainty and just figuring myself out and coming back to my childlike self, which is so interesting. Before we get all philosophical and dwell on that, but my soul is set on wanting to be the example. And I say that because I created this channel, Dare 2, to inspire everybody when I was younger, to be a filmmaker, to show videos that make you feel good, that you can come to at the end of the day when you're not feeling well, or you feel, sucked dry of your energy, or you just want that push. And I've always been that push for my friends, for my family. Even for myself, spiritually and mentally. Anyways. And I've just been feeling that pull so hard right now. And for those of you that do not know me, I'm just going to kind of give a layout, and I hope that these videos do really well, because I am jumping into an uncertainty. I am jumping into the unknown and leaving behind a bridge that is very much working and doing really well, because my soul is just seeking something more. So I'm going to give a little bit about myself. So my name is Daniel Diamante. I am originally from South Florida, raised partly in Colombia, and I set out to Atlanta to be a filmmaker, a YouTuber. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I just think that creating narrative videos, documentary style, being the producer, director, writer, on presence, on the camera, is just the coolest thing on earth. I can share a story within me that needs to be expressed to everybody, and we can find a community no matter where you're at, no matter what you do. Everyone can find a community that will love them for what they like to do, and be able to share those passions more than ever and historically, and the entire fucking history that we know, or that we've been taught to know. But I say all this because somewhere along the way, and I don't have to dwell on this video, I'm sure it can open up more conversation in other videos, but I met my absolute best friend, Alexander Dimitri Jennings, and known by as Xander, and we were setting out to make these videos, and I led us astray by making us get into, because we were making very wholesome videos, which you could see on this, and we had already filmed one that we weren't able to edit due to me losing the footage from, I don't know if it was the water damage or something happened to the hard drive, but anyways, we were looking to make money no matter how as filmmakers. And we had these ideas, I had these ideas of like, okay, we're going to do it with, like, this is going to be our bread and butter, but this is what's doing really well on YouTube and can get us monetized really quickly. And it was, let me open this up. And it was, oh, is that too bright? It's a little too bright. And it was like prank video. It was just really like just stupid prank videos and stuff like that. I got us into that awful idea. It landed us in trouble. We never hurt anybody. We never damaged anybody. We never did anything really, like anything bad. It was just a nuisance, and it was just dumb, and it was silly. But everyone does that in their life, wanted to figure themselves out. And I went upon a judge. The judge was, saw my other video and was just like, wow, I'm sorry that you got in trouble for this. Here's just a few service hours if you can clear that up. Other than that, I really liked your videos. Just stay away from that. I can see that you're a really good, kind-hearted soul. And anyways, I did, and I even found myself way more in doing that and in having to deal with that. And I had to go to jail, which was crazy for, I think like 3 or 4 days. It was wild. I don't care if it was 3 or 4 days. It was wild what inmates go through. It's just insane. Anyways, somewhere along that journey, it had scarred me of wanting to become a filmmaker. Then making my own vision, making my own content, making my own films was somehow related to trouble and landing me in this, I don't know, it didn't have this social accolade as acting did. And my roommate, Alexander, was an actor, and, he really thought I should act as well, and I took his lead on it, did some short films, and it was awesome, and we did it, and it was fun. It was fine. And then it started becoming something where it started becoming more of a career. And I didn't think about making my own stuff, even though I felt this need and expression to want to be myself and to show the world what it is that I could create and what my inspirations were, the books that I was reading. And I'm not saying anything is correct, but again, I just wanted to create for me and to share all this. And I shunned filmmaking completely. I was like, I'm going to be an actor. All the discipline that comes with that, all the trade-off, all the standing still and waiting for someone to bring an opportunity to me, for me to be something, and in hopes that I'm going to be able to do the films that I want to do. And for the past, about, I would say like a year and a half, 2 years, I've been nothing but diligent about that. I have made countless sacrifices with saving money, working multiple jobs, starting my own business of headshot photography and auditioning people and coaching people and acting myself and booking consistent jobs that were union, and that was, I was doing the acting thing. I was, getting a lot of great work, and I don't say that out of vanity. I say that out of, that was out of diligence and discipline of just showing up and helping others and creating a business that was allowing me to rent out a whole house and connect with other actors and, really make a lot of my life able to happen. And I always just felt inside of me that I was just not creating what it is that I wanted to create, the stories I wanted to tell, the level of depth that I wanted to tell. And I keep saying, well, I haven't gotten to those opportunities yet. You got to stick it out. You got to do these films and you got to do these commercials to get you to where you want to go. And I was like, okay, I got to diligent. And then this year, I could talk about it just because it is now public. I booked a major show. If this is news to any of my actor friends, I love you guys. But I booked a major show with two of my heroes. I'm going to be acting with Javier Bardem and Amy Adams. Absolutely bananas when I saw that on the call sheet, and I went to set and I started to get into work with them. I thought that, oh my God, the producers are Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg. I mean, it's just mind-boggling stuff. And again, this is all posted, so I just protect myself. I'm not going to say anything about the script or anything. But phenomenal opportunity. I'm going to be showing up a good amount. So I'm just like, oh my God, my life is amazing. And I got off the phone call with my representation. I'm like, yes, I'm supposed to be feeling the thing. I'm supposed to be feeling this ink blot of my brain just like merging and DMT dropping in my brain, and everything is supposed to make sense, and I'm worthy. I'm doing the thing. My family's going to see me. And even before then, I had booked stuff that had landed on major networks like HBO, Netflix, Hulu. And I'm going to be honest. I didn't feel that thrust, that feeling of acceptance, and I have made it, and my life is complete. And I get it. Maybe that's just me being young and naive, that it's like it's never that, and it's just the increment of that. It's the 1% of that. It is the pursuit of that feels amazing. But when I had gotten that, I had reflected on my dad was just like, oh my God, this is insane. How proud do you feel? And I immediately sunk within myself, and I asked myself, I said, I was prouder when I made my own YouTube videos. Even though I made no money on them. Even though they maybe had reached 200 is a lot. I can't even fit that in this house. That's a lot. I would fill my streets up. About 200 people. I don't know. I somewhere around. I don't know. And I felt more proud of that filmmaking and that expression of my soul and that rawness and uncertainty of figuring it all out. And I do want to not sit here and say that, oh, it sucks to be an actor. Oh, it's just this is what my feeling. And if you're an actor, if you're in the arts, I feel that you may be able to relate. And I wrote some of them down just to be a little bit more organized. So, yes, it can be cool to be an actor, but you're being paid to be someone else, be a part of someone else's story. It's like, can that sometimes be a story that you like to be a part of? Yes. I don't know why my spirit is just not satiated with that level of work. Like for me, my inspirations are 𝐂𝐇𝐀𝐍𝐿. My inspirations are Terrence Malick. Like some of these movies and pieces of art that move me for ways I don't even know how to explain, and they're really not linear, and they're so connected with nature, and authors like Robin Wall Kimmer, I'm going to totally butcher the last name, but and David Abram. I have this desire and need to create stuff that connects with others, that pushes them to make that big move with themselves, to make that, make that shift in their life that feels super unsteady. Another thing with acting is like you have to put everything on hold. You have to do jobs and be a part of art that sometimes you don't want to be a part of. And it's like, how privileged, oh my God. Like, I know that people go to war. There are people that have jobs that are societally seen as dirtier or harder, and I totally respect that. And that is just my privileged soul of being like, oh, I get to do this. And I'm not saying that it is not, that it is hard. It's more of a spiritual satisfaction, and I'm privileged to be in that position, to be able to be thinking about, I want to make art, and I want to travel, and being myself, and let that be how I get paid. I understand that. I'm not going to argue that. But we have now come to a time where it has never been cheaper to make your own dream movie, your own dream script, your own dream content, to connect with people all over the world within seconds. I mean, if you explained a phone to someone, like 30 years ago, you would sound like a magician. Well, 30 years ago, I'm not that old. Sorry, my camera got full, so it chopped it there. But I want this to feel unadulterated. I want this to feel like this is just raw thoughts. So if you explained a phone to somebody like 50 years ago, 60 years, or the capabilities of what we're able to do with ChatGPT, Google, making content, Instagram, TikTok, you would sound like Houdini. You would sound like a magician. You'd sound like a wizard of like being able to create your art on your phone and be able to connect with people that are in New Zealand, Antarctica, Africa, anywhere within seconds. So it's like, for me, I'm just like, it has never been more possible to make the art that I want to make. It has never been more possible to be, and I'm not saying it just for that reason, but like to be paid to live how you want to live. To explore your soul and be funded and allowed to do that, and supported, and make friends across the entire world that want to do it with you. I mean, it's like, it's wild. And like for me, like another thing that I have like very strong aspirational goals is, I was doing commercials so easily for whatever product. I mean, I always turn down like medical stuff, but I can now work with brands and products that I believe in, that I love, that I use myself, and I want to show the world, and I would get compensation for that. Are you kidding me? Like, that to me is just mind-boggling. That like the clothes that I wear, I can share this with you just as a thought, and you could support me to do that, to continue to perpetuate, to make more stuff that is more aligned with me, that if you continue to watch, it's more aligned with you. So I'm just like, okay, what else? I can create my own community, right? I can create my own little safe pocket in the world where people can come and feel safe and lift each other up and give ideas and give support to like how they can live out their own life. Ridiculous. Okay, so what is like, where am I going with this? What is the solution, right? What are my obstacles? What is the obstacle that I have to overcome for all of this? The obstacle is that I am literally wanting to walk away from everything that is safe. I'm literally wanting to walk away from a business that is making me well over what I need, my means to pay off my rent and my food and take care of my puppy, like to take care of my mother. I am making money on top of that with acting, with gigs those projects that pay handsomely and also give residuals. My obstacle, I'm walking into the unknown, jumping and just firmly believing and having that hope and faith that the universe will catch me, that I'm receiving messages from my future self, from my higher self, whatever you believe, whatever. For me, it's just receiving messages from my higher self, my future self, that is meant to impact, that is meant to lead, that is meant to be the example. Because I'm feeling this spiritual, cocoon-like state where I'm actively saying no to money. I'm actively saying no to wanting to work right now. Like I'm telling like the people that I'm in partnership with, auditions, that I can't show up. I can't show up for it because there's something more that wants to be expressed, that wants to go explore, that wants to go be more. And it's hard for me because that acting is one of those professions that is so socially redeemed and so like revered. Like, oh my God, like that is such a remarkable skill. Oh my God, it's in the presence of all people. Oh my God, it makes you feel like you're famous and a bunch of people know you. And it's like, I have never, ever, ever cared about that, ever. And I mean, if it allows you to be a social wielder and to wield that for a position of good, to spread a good message, amazing. And that's why I've loved to work with Javier Bardem. I mean, he's just such an example of that. I love you, Javi. I mean, he's just such an example for, Latino community and as an artist in general, to be showing it for his art and to be expressing his ideas of supporting. Anyway, that's not the sake of this video, but I want essentially to let go of all that and believe in the divine universe that is going to be bountiful, that is going to open doors for me, that is going to lead me down a path that is better meant for me, to help others, to lead others, to support others, to support my family, to experience the life that I desire, right? Because I'm going to bring this over to you. It's like, you often think that when you see a photo on Instagram that you're going to see that one day, right? It's like this waterfall or this big canyon or the, I don't know, the icebergs in Greenland or in Antarctica. It's like, unless you choose to do that right now or at some point in the foreseeable future, you will never do that. Or there's going to be a lot of trade-off where you might see that, but you won't see Europe. And if you don't see Europe, you might not see East Asia. And if you don't see East Asia, you might not go to Canada. You might not go to Mongolia, Madagascar, Africa. Like, and for me, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I've been so entitled and privileged. I'm like, one day I'll do that. One day I'll go and do that. It's like, I need to make that active choice earlier in my life. And how I have to just believe that that's going to create the path that I so desire. So, I turn that over to you and ask you, what are the things that you are desiring that you want to be doing? And that you're putting on a back burner for whatever job that you might have, for whatever goals that you might have. Like, what are those? I mean, and I understand that a lot of people might also have like very strong responsibilities, but I want this channel to be a reflection of yourself, of asking yourself, what is it that you want to be doing? What is it that you've been putting off and that you don't believe is real or a reality? Because you can do that more so than ever. More so than ever. Any story that you've heard of the people in the past, it's like that is more possible now than ever. Ever. And it just fills me with inspiration to move forward in that path and to want to do more with that. And the solution is I want to make a YouTube that does that. That will pave the way for me and be supported by my friends and family. That they will believe in me. That you guys will find community in this. And if you don't, share it to someone that might. If you don't, it's okay. I will see you on your path and that's it. But I believe that I'm going to be able to better serve doing this than anything else in my life. And I just got to jump into that unknown. I got to jump. And okay, so what does that look like for the people that are like, how did he do it? How did he come about that? I'm going to study my 10 favorite creators. People like, first one that comes to mind is Departures. That is like my favorite show that had cured my depression multiple times. It is now currently, I believe, on Amazon Prime. You could look it up. Amazing. Secondly, the authors that I love, like Robin Wall, like David Abram. Another show, Alone. Oh my God. I love that show. It has nothing to do with hunting and, it does have to do stuff with that, but it's this spiritual awakening that you see these people have a spiritual experience in a semi-safe or monitored environment where it's like it starts about money and then it becomes about love and the spirit and like what it is that people are truly chasing after, and what is it that what are the answers that they need, whether they need to be nicer to their parents, to showing up for the grit of their son that has an illness. Like that show is powerful. Other creators, I got to shout out Xander, I think it's Budnick. I love you. You are incredible. You are such an inspiration of making content that is so aligned, making videos and films that are so aligned with me, of just living out there and allowing people to live vicariously through you. Another person is this woman named Sophia. It's I think her Instagram is like Journey of the Soul. Her work is indelible. I mean, it's just incredible. It inspires me to read more. It inspires me to get more into my music. It inspires me to further my relationship with nature. Like all these books and feelings that I've had, and it's like all these people, without that sounding egocentric, is like they're all an expression of myself, and I'm an expression of them. It's like I need to listen to that. So I want to study all these creators, and I'm doing that right now. I'm going to study all of them. How is it that they've been able to do this? I'm going to study the first couple videos and everything that they've done so that I can make that path for myself. And I've already set the date. This Sunday, August 24th, I'm going to go make a YouTube video in the state of Georgia where I'm at right now. And I'm going to make it for me. Whatever feeling that I'm feeling that I'm trying to chase, whatever narrative that I'm going to make for that, I'm going to make that. I'm no longer going to allow things like my $2,200 lens snapping the other day. I'm not going to allow things like that to stop me. I'm no longer going to allow like, oh, well, what if I get an audition? Oh, what if I get a callback? What if I get... No, you need to show up for yourself. You need to show up for your higher purpose and your higher message that's trying to reach you, that we're not allowing to push forward through. Because I know that in doing this, you and I will connect with the people that we are divinely supposed to meet. Whether that's relationships, whether that's community, whether that's obstacles that are supposed to meant to make us grow. I am getting in the way of that by not doing this. I'm getting in the way of my best life, and you are getting in your own way by not living out that path. Yeah, I don't. Wow, wow. I needed to hear that for myself. Wow, this really helped. But again, this channel is just, I want you to dare to. I want to make myself dare to see what else I'm capable of. I want to go to Mongolia and ride with the yaks and donkeys and horses and figure myself out and document that before those cultures are lost. I want to go to Madagascar and see some endangered species that I can support. I want to be able to express and show what I'm reading and how that wants to live through me, and that might inspire you to make your masterful, opus, whatever, biggest piece of art that you could possibly make. Because I do firmly believe that when I'm living my best life, when I'm living at my highest vibration, you will live at your highest vibration. You will affect me, I will affect you, and we can all live in that unison together. So thank you for listening to this ramble. Thank you for supporting me and showing up the way that you are in my life right now. I'm super excited, and I mean, I want to say that I'm terrified, but I'm not, of like what's to come and what I want to do. But know that if you're a part of this community, it's going to be nothing but craziness and joy and silliness and seriousness, and I would very much love for this to allow me to also be the filmmaker that I want to one day become, that I'm working with people like Chloe Zhao or Sean Baker or Terrence Malick, where I'm sharing real stories and being able to understand myself deeper and allowing other people to understand themselves deeper through my work. So that's my puppy Amora. I was going to show her, but I couldn't concentrate. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for taking this time to listen to me. I hope this helps you. I hope that this inspires you. It's inspiring me, and dare to.